Marcus Rashford, one of the brightest talents to emerge from the Manchester United academy, now faces the prospect of leaving Old Trafford after years of being touted as the star to lead the Red Devils back to their glory days. Inconsistent form and lackluster performances seem to have worn out the board's patience. Is this the end of his journey at the club that nurtured him, or simply a move to reignite the fighting spirit of the 27-year-old star? Once a symbol of Manchester United, Marcus Rashford now faces an uncertain future at Old Trafford. According to Telegraph Sport, the Red Devils are willing to let Rashford go if they receive a compelling offer in January, or at the latest, next summer. This decision reflects an uncomfortable truth. Rashford has not maintained his peak form. Manchester United is concerned that Rashford is no longer fully focused on football. Sources reveal he is preoccupied with personal issues, severely impacting his on-field performance. A prime example is in January of this year, when Rashford was fined 2 weeks' wages after being caught drinking excessively one evening in Belfast. He was also dropped from the squad for the FA Cup match against Newport County and reported sick just before the game. Rashford was also left out of the starting lineup against Wolves on Boxing Day 2022 for an internal disciplinary issue, while he came off the bench and scored the winning goal. The incident highlighted concerns about Rashford's attitude and commitment. During the 2022-2023 season, Marcus Rashford was one of Manchester United's brightest sparks, scoring 30 goals across all competitions. He proved instrumental in leading the Red Devils' attack. Rashford not only excelled in the Premier League but also featured prominently in crucial cup matches, helping Man United win the Carabao Cup, their first trophy in years. This impressive form made Rashford a key player in the club's long-term plans and motivated the board to extend his contract in the summer of 2023. However, the 2023-2024 season has seen a dramatic downturn. Rashford has only managed a handful of goals in the early stages of the season, a paltry return for a player earning £325,000 a week. His inconsistent form has continued into the mid-early part of the season, making him a target for criticism. This is especially disappointing given that Rashford was expected to continue leading the line, particularly with the team struggling with the dip in form of several other players. The reasons behind this decline are likely multifaceted. Firstly, Rashford appears to be struggling to maintain focus and motivation. Internal sources suggest he is distracted by off-field issues, significantly affecting his ability to contribute to the team. Secondly, Rashford seems to have lost the physical and mental sharpness he displayed last season, diminishing his ability to accelerate, finish, and create chances. Furthermore, the tactical changes under manager Erik ten Hag might also be a contributing factor, with Rashford having to adapt to new roles on the pitch. His high wages and inconsistent form make finding a buyer for Rashford in January difficult. However, a summer move is more likely. Several Saudi Arabian clubs have been linked, while Paris Saint-Germain is also a potential destination should Rashford seek a change of scenery. Under new manager Ruben Amorim, Rashford still has a chance to turn things around. He scored 3 goals in his first 5 games under Amorim, showing initial positive signs. However, the inconsistency has returned, with Rashford being relegated to the bench for the 2 defeats against Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. This raises serious questions about whether Rashford can recapture his peak form. These lackluster performances are not only affecting Rashford individually, but also weakening Manchester United's attack, making it difficult for the team to maintain consistent performance in the Premier League and other competitions. Rashford's current form has raised questions about his role and future at Old Trafford. If he cannot improve, Rashford risks becoming a financial burden for the club, especially as he is on one of the highest wages. This also makes finding a buyer in the transfer market more challenging, with few teams able to meet his high salary demands and the accompanying expectations. Despite this, there is still time for Rashford to turn things around between now and the end of the season. He needs to prove that he is still a valuable asset in Ruben Amorim's squad. With his talent and experience, Rashford is fully capable of regaining his form if he focuses and gives his all. However, if he fails to capitalize on this opportunity, this could mark the end of his Manchester United career. forcing the club to seek an alternative solution to ensure long-term development. Selling Rashford could generate significant funds for Man United to reinvest in new players. Manager Ruben Amorim, who previously managed Victor Einar Gyökeres at Sporting, has been linked with the Swedish striker. But a potential alternative, this will be a significant challenge for Rashford, an English player who faces not only the pressure of the club's expectations, but also the scrutiny of the fans. When his form dips, the criticism intensifies, especially as Rashford was once the biggest hope produced by the Manchester United Academy. He is not only expected to shine, but also to be a role model for the club's younger generation. This adds to the pressure when he doesn't perform as expected. Furthermore, Rashford also faces personal challenges. At 27, he is no longer a promising youngster but a senior member of the squad. This requires Rashford to mature both mentally and in his playing style. But off-field issues are distracting him. Negative images, such as being fined for disciplinary breaches or attending parties, further erode the image of an on-field leader that fans expect. With the arrival of Ruben Amorim, a young but promising manager, Rashford may have his last chance to reinvent himself. Amorim is known for his ability to unlock players' potential and build a team scientifically. However, to regain his star status, Rashford needs to demonstrate greater commitment and fighting spirit. This is not just about scoring goals, but also showing influence on the pitch, teamwork, and adaptability to the new manager's tactics. Additionally, Rashford needs to realize that he is no longer irreplaceable. Manchester United's consideration of selling him is not only a wake-up call, but also a signal that the club is willing to explore new options if Rashford cannot meet the requirements. Rashford's future, therefore, depends entirely on his change in attitude and performance in the coming months. If he can rediscover his goal-scoring instinct, confidence, and influence, his Old Trafford journey will continue with a new and hopeful chapter. But if the current problems persist, leaving Manchester United is not only inevitable but could also become a setback in his career.